welcome to the Yankee Doodle News Network for the public viewing of people who don't have anything better to do. My name's Katyusha Schlottervich.
And I'm Elizabeth Taylor.
Today is April 19th, 1865, and today marks the day that General Lee surrenders and ends the war at Appomattox Courthouse after trying to make final attempt at Lynchburg to reach his supplies and escape General Ulysses S. Grant.
We open up with Anne at the White House steps, covering the years of 1862 and the acts that were created during this time period, where this war took an unexpected turn. Now, let's take a quick look back where Anne covers the key points of 1862.
Da!
Thank you. Hello, my name is Anne. I'm reporting to you from the steps of the White House, where I would like to update you, our most valued viewer, that in April of this year, the Confederacy started their first draft. This is the first draft of the war and will require the draftee to serve for 3 years. Men ages 18 to 35 may be drafted in southern states. Certain occupations, though, may be exempt, such as civil officials, miners, teachers, telegraph operators, and several more. If drafted, one may also buy a substitute if in possession of enough money. Also earlier this year, in May, our lovely Union signed the Homestead Act into effect. This is to encourage westward migration. To apply, you must be a citizen, or planning to be one, and be the head of your family. This program will award 160 acres of land to the applicant for 2 possible payments. Have continual residency for at least 5 years and pay a small fee, or 6 months of residency and then pay $1.25 an acre. In more recent news, we've learned that the Battle of Antietam has come to a close. It was the first battle on northern soil and may be the worst yet. In roughly 12 hours, it appears there were nearly 20,000 casualties. That number is expected to rise as more reports come in. Although it was a very taxing battle, I'm happy to report a Union victory. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. Now we review 1863 with newly born Executive Order of Emancipation Proclamation and Ulysses S. Grant becoming rank of the general. Battle breakout at Vicksburg, Mississippi, and Battle of the Gettysburg. Francisco is in Gettysburg right now to give us the script.
Gracias, Carita. Hola, I am Francisco Hernandez, reporting for the Yankee Doodle News Network for the public viewing of people who don't have anything better to do. Straight from the battlefield of Gettysburg, 1863 was an interesting year, but as it came to an end, some noticeable things started happening. Let's take a moment to look back at some life-changing moments that none of us could forget. On January 1st, 1863, Abraham Lincoln rattled a broken nation and forever changed the relationship between the North and the South with the Emancipation Proclamation, offering the oppressed a day they thought would never come, a day of freedom, freeing them from the Southern servitude and bidding them to stand shoulder to shoulder with their Northern brothers in the defense of equality and freedom. This momentous event was followed only 28 days later by the naming of Ulysses S. Grant as commander of the Western Army. He was then ordered to capture the critical city of Vicksburg in Mississippi. The city, which was turned to a daunting foe, fell to the brilliance of General Grant and the steadfast resolve of his men splitting the Confederate army. With the Battle of Gettysburg won, forces were able to move on to an even greater victory with the Battle of Gettysburg. Although the battle only lasted from July 1st to July 3rd, the Union was victorious, and after furious attempts to break the Union lines ordered by General Lee and the Southern Army was forced to withdraw, tasting the rotten flavor of defeat and leaving the battlefield to the victors.
Thank you for that wonderful story, Francisco.
Alright, now we turn to Isabel as she tells us the major key points that happened during the year of 1864. She is live at the college right now to report the story. Isabel, you ready?
Thank you. I'm Isabel here at the New England Female Medical College to talk about the major events of 1864. So as you know, 1860 was the year President Lincoln was elected. So now we have another election on our hands. Lincoln ran for a second term with the National Union Party. The Democrats nominated George B. McClellan. Lincoln got 212 electoral votes and 55% of the popular vote. Therefore, Lincoln is now president for a second term. As president, Lincoln officially made Thanksgiving a national holiday. In other news, Rebecca Lee became the first African-American woman to receive a medical degree. She was also the only African-American woman to graduate from here. Also, on October 31st, Nevada was added into the Union as the 36th state.
In news of the war, the Union won 3 battles, drew twice, and lost twice. That's all to you, back in the studio.
Thank you, Isabel, and thank you guys for tuning in to Yankee Doodle News Network for the public viewing of people who don't have anything better to do. I'm Elizabeth,
And I'm Kat Yusuf Slotrovich.
and we'll see you tomorrow at 9.